भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके. Reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, ADILILA, first chapter, slokas 81 and 82. Sloka number 81. स्वयं रूप कृष्णर काय विह तनर शम भक्त सहित है तन्हर आवरण. स्वयं रूप कृष्णर काय विह तार सम भक्त सहित है ताहर आवरण. Synonyms, word by word meaning. Swayam Rupa, his own original form. That is 200 Krishna. Krishnera, of Lord Krishna. Kaya Vyuha, personal expansion. Tara, with him. Sama, equal. Bhakta, the devotees. Sahite, associated with. Higher, are. Tahara, his. Avarana, covering. Translation and purport. Translation. The personal associates of the primeval Lord Sri Krishna are his devotees, who are identical with him. He is complete with his entourage of devotees. Purport. Sri Krishna and his various personal expansions are non-different in potential power. These expansions are associated with further secondary expansions or orbital expansions who are called devotees. Sloka number 82. Bhakta adi krame koila sabhara bandana. Ei sabhara bandana sarva subhara karana. भक्त आदि क्रमे कैला सभर बंदन ए सभर बंदन सर्व सुभर कारण. Synonyms, word by word meaning. Bhakta, the devotees. Adi, and so on. Krame, in order. Koila, did. Sabhara, of the assembly. Bandana, worship. E Sabhara, of this assembly. Bandana, worship. Sarva Subhera, of all good fortune. Karana, the source. Translation and purport. Translation. Now I have worshipped all the various level of devotees. Worshipping them is the source of all good fortune. Purport. To offer prayers to the Lord, one should first offer prayers to his devotees and associates. So we'll offer, as the verses are saying here, we'll also glorify our senior acharyas and by offering the Mangalacharan prayer. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. लीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्रभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we are going to discuss this beautiful slokas of 81 and 82 from Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is very these discussions are very beautiful and very very close to our heart. And Vishnudas Kaviraj Goswami very beautifully he has described how to basically offer prayers with all kind of humility. Basically he has noted down so many prayers he has noted down for us, and we should also follow his footsteps how to offer prayers to Krishna and Krishna's dear devotees. So my knowledge in this beautiful Chaitanya Charitamrita is very limited, but however, with all of your blessings and guidance of Guru and Gauranga, would like to glorify this beautiful subject matter. So we see here in the 81 verse, it says that Krishna and his various personal expansions are non-different in potential power, and these expansions are associated with further secondary expansions, orbital expansion, who are called devotees. Now, when we see Krishna, right, or Jagannath Baladev, or Jagannathji, or Lord Ram, we never, like usually we see him, like Lord Krishna is always associated with a devotee. And either it is topmost devotee Srimati Radharani, otherwise he will be associated with the gopis or Gopa boys. Or if you go to Nandagaon, we see that he is, like standing with Nanda Baba and Jashoda Rani. And otherwise he is, like in our Vrindavan temple or in our Bhubaneswar temple, in many temples we see Krishna Balram. So Krishna is always associated with his expansons or with his devotees or with his love, like with his pleasure potencies, Srimati Radharani. If nothing is there, we see that Krishna is always associated with lot of cows. Krishna will be associated with the monkeys. So Krishna, we see that, like he is not, he always looks for, like looks for his, entos kind of thing. He is never alone. We worship always Krishna with his energies and with his all his associates. Similarly, we see Chaitanya Charitamrita, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could have appeared alone, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we worship him along with Nityananda. Like there is no, the way we say that there is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. Basically, all Vishnu Tattvas, if you see, they are all same. So Krishna and Balaram, basically, they are same. Only differences between their, like complexion. So Krishna, like when he is always, like if we worship him along with some devotee, he is basically more pleased. Just like if you see, like if we have a son or daughter at home, and if somebody is coming to us and he is just meeting us and he is not looking at our child and he is not telling anything to the child, or like not saying, wow, your daughter is so nice, he's studying so much, and your son is so good, he's taking good care of you, we don't feel happy. Similarly, Krishna becomes more pleased when basically we basically glorify his devotees. Krishna considers his devotees as his son, like as his children. So that since Krishna is the Supreme Father, he basically, whoever is surrendered to Krishna, Krishna becomes more happy, like when those devotees are basically glorified or worshipped. So that's basically in this particular verse 81 and 82, Prabhupada has been translated. Now here, there is a description of like about the expansion, and I am sure the earlier previous verses I saw that already we have discussed about it. So, and I'm not going into more detail or technicality about that, but in fact, but instead I'd like to glorify this particular piece of this verse, that worshipping these devotees is the source of all good fortune. Now, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that I have worshipped all various level of devotees, like level 1 devotees. Like initially you see that he has worshipped Krishna, then he has worshipped Radharani, then he has worshipped Nityananda Prabhu, Aditya Goswami, everybody he has worshipped. Then he has taken the blessings of the Goswamis also. Now he's saying that I have worshipped all the various level of devotees. Why I'm worshipping them? Because worshipping these devotees basically is the source of all good fortune. So here in the purport, Prabhupada was saying that when we are offering prayers to the Lord, first what we should do? We should first offer prayers to his devotees and his associates. Now, why actually Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that I am worshipping all level of devotees? Because Krishna is saying that worship of devotees is more effective than worshipping him. Now, we see that there's a series of prayers are there. Now, Prabhupada has set up a standard that whenever there is a katha going on, Hari Katha is going on, basically there is a series of prayers we do. We Mangalacharan prayer we do. So in the prayer, there is one thing is that we offer obeisances to Goswamis, we take blessings from Srimati Radharani, our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we take blessing from them. In a parampara system, we take blessing from them. Then there is a blessing also, we take the blessing from the Vaishnavas also. So what we do? We offer our prayer to the Vaishnavas. Like beginning of the class, we also offer prayers, and the ending of the class also, we offer prayer to the Vaishnavas and we take blessings from them. What we do? We say that, you all know that, we say that, Vancha kalpa taruvascha, krupa sindhu vaivascha, patitanam pavanebhya vaishnavebhya namo namo. Why we say that? Because we say that we are offering our respectful obeisances onto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. Why we are doing that? Because these Vaishnava devotees can fulfill all our desires of everyone. Like there is a Kalpavruksha tree is there in Golak Vrindavan. In Kalpavruksha, like in fact, not only one, Golak Vrindavan is filled with a lot of Kalpavruksha trees. So Kalpavruksha means, like whatever your Kalpana means, your desire is there, these vrikshas basically fulfill them. So if you see in a material perspective point of view, you can ask a kalpavriksha tree that give me apple, give me oranges, they will give you that. Any kind of fruits you are asking, they will keep that. But here, Vaishnavas are compared as the kalpavriksha trees. That means they are basically desire fulfilling trees. So what should our desire should be? Our desire should be spiritual desire. How, and like how we can get more advanced in our bhakti, how we can get Krishna's association, how our services will be nice, how we should commit less offenses. So those should be our desires are there. So only a pure devotee or a Vaishnava, he if we serve them, then all whatever our desires are there, they are getting fulfilled. And if somebody is having lot of money, and if you go and ask them, give me some money, and if he's kind enough, he's going to give us money because he is having extra money with him. Or somebody is having a lot of job openings are there, or he's basically a CEO of a company, or he's having a lot of job openings under him, and we don't have
Rangane, Keshavane, Narayana, Hey Prabhu, Hey Govind.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So basically, when somebody is given something, and if we ask them basically, and if he's kind enough, we get those things in return, and we also increase in we also get like richer in that. So similarly, a Vaishnava devotee, basically in his heart nothing is there. He has only Krishna Prema is there. So when we reach out to a devotee, like we take association of a Vaishnava devotee or a senior Vaishnava or Acharya, then what happens? They basically, with their association, we get little bit of that Krishna Prema. So slowly, when we get that little bit of Krishna Prema, slowly, what happens? We get elevated in our devotional service, and our chanting gets better, and we try to we get more Krishna Prema we get. So that's why it says that devotees are devotees are kind of kalpavriksha trees, basically desire fulfilling trees, and we should always take association of the devotees. And in fact, more than Krishna, devotees are basically more powerful than Krishna, because they can take us closer to Krishna. Like at our house, if our parents are there, like generally, if we need something from our father, what we do, we approach our mother. Mother, I need these things to buy from store, but I don't have money. So what mother does mother basically puts that request to our father, and finally it gets granted to us. So similarly, in that way, Krishna's devotees basically take us closer to Krishna. So then there is a discussion between Uddhavaji and Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto. There, Uddhavaji is asking basically Krishna, what is the first class devotional service? Can you explain? So there, Krishna has put a series of things of devotional service, like what are the first class devotional service? Out of that, Krishna says over there that Mad Bhakta Pujya Vadhika. That means, if you want to please me, so what you have to do? You have to basically worship my devotees. Because if you worship my devotees, then I will be pleased. So always you do first class worship of my devotees. Then only I'll be pleased. And that is the most effective way of worshipping me instead of directly worshipping me. So we say that we cannot directly approach Krishna. Always we say that, directly, Prabhupada always say that directly you cannot go to Krishna. Basically, you have to approach Krishna through a parampara system. Like you have to go through your Shiksha Guru. From Shiksha Guru, you have to go to Diksha Guru. Like that, and that our Guru should also be coming under a parampara system. That way, basically, you can approach Krishna. So directly, we cannot approach Krishna. So to reach Krishna, what will happen? We have to go through a Suddha Bhakta. Otherwise, we have to go through a devotee. Otherwise, you have to take a shelter of our spiritual master. So here we see that Krishna is saying that here is saying that my devotees are also equally powerful like me. So we see that there are instances we see when Krishna is taking bath or Lord Ram is taking bath, an entire entourage of devotees basically come with him. Like we see Ramayana pastime, when Rama is taking bath, Bharat, Shatrugna, Lakshmana, everybody are taking bath. And then Hanuman also is coming. So if we see when Satubandhan pastime is there, looking at the ocean and the water body, Lord Ram is thinking, such a vast ocean, how am I going to cross? That time Hanuman is coming, and Hanuman is saying, with Lord Ram's permission, and I will get, I can, if you give me permission, I can cross the ocean. And in fact, we see that in Ramayana pastime, Hanuman is more instrumental in finding Mother Sita. So he basically did all the work. So at the end of when Ramayana is getting like Ramayana is at the end of the war, when Lord Ram basically he has been united with Mother Sita and he is back to Ayodhya. Lord Ram basically he is hugging Hanuman and he is saying that, my dear Hanuman, I'm really grateful to you. If we were not there, I could not have got my Sita, and like defeating Ravana and Kumbhakarna would definitely not have been possible. So and we see that Lord Ram can do that, but Lord Ram here is giving all the accolades to Hanumanji, and Lord Ram also want to see that Hanuman gets some kind of accolade and some kind of he wants to see that Hanuman should come out as a hero or superhero. Similarly, we see that the upper pastime in the Kurukshetra war, like Arjuna is fighting and Krishna basically mere charioteer of Arjun. So there, what happens? Like Kurukshetra war, completing Kurukshetra war is Krishna's, it will take just 1 second, or even if he one of his wink of eye, Kurukshetra war will get done. But Krishna wanted to make Bhima and Arjuna as the hero. In case, in fact, if you see, all of these 100 brothers are killed by Bhima and Arjuna. All the warriors basically are killed by Bhima and Arjuna. So basically, we see that here Krishna tries to showcase that my devotees are very, very powerful. They are equally, like they are equal potency along with me. And here in Bhagavatam, we see there is another pastime is there between Mother Sati and Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva basically is explaining Mother Sati, like what is basically what method deity worship is the best. So here Mother Sati is asking basically he's inquiring about deity worship. So they are Lord Shiva is saying that Aradhanam Sarvasham Vishnur Aradhanam Param Tasmat Paratamam Devi Tadyanam Samachanam. Basically, he is saying that my dear Sati, although the Vedas basically recommend that worshipping of demigods is very, very much needed for everybody, but worshipping of Lord Vishnu is in fact better than worshipping the demigods. And in fact, more than worshipping Lord Vishnu, the merit part is basically rendering service to the Vaishnavas. Because the Vaishnavas are related to Vishnu, and in Vaishnava's heart, basically, who is staying, who is residing? Vishnu is residing. So here we say that there is a particular word is there, Tadiyanam is there. So Tadiyanam basically means, like Tadiya means basically everything which is associated with Lord Krishna. Like we see that the cows are associated with Lord Krishna, Chakra is associated with Lord Krishna. Like we cannot directly worship Lord Krishna. We always say that, right? Like when we see our deity, when we do deity worship at home, we ring a bell. When we ring a bell, we see that in the bell, on the top of the bell, you might see at a home, there will be either a chakra symbol will be there, or a peacock symbol will be there, or otherwise a cow symbol will be there. Some kind of, like devotional symbol will be over there. Why? Because, like those are basically pure devotees, those are Shuddha devotees. So we don't have that potency that if you ring a bell, Krishna is not, is going to pay attention to us. But if there is a cow symbol is there or a chakra symbol is there, since Sudarshan chakra also is considered as devotee, cow also is considered a devotee. So there is a chance that along with those devotees, Krishna is going to hear our prayers. So we see that here that how the devotees are more powerful. Now there are two pastimes I just wanted to share here. Is one is this Govardhan Lila pastime where Indra basically is coming and requesting mercy or forgiveness to Krishna. So we see that when in Govardhan pastime, Indra basically was basically what Indra did, he was basically angry because the Gopa boys and all the gopis are worshipping Govardhanji as per Krishna's instruction. So Indra was very upset, and he basically what he did, he sent lot of rain. A lot of rain, and he saw a lot of rain in Vrindavan. So that way, what happened? Like Krishna, what he did, he lifted Govardhan mountain. All the gopos and gopis and cowherd boys and cowherd girls and all the cows basically they came and took shelter under the Govardhan mountain. So like this 7 days went, And finally, Indra's, pride got crossed. So Indra realized what a horrible mistake he has done. And the boy who he was thinking is a small ordinary boy, he is basically Supreme Person of Godhead, and basically he is servant of Krishna only. And that time he realized that what anarthas he has done. So Indra also is very smart, and he also is a devotee, but and yes, he has committed an offense. But Indra knows that Krishna loves cows. Krishna loves Surabhi cow, and Krishna has a sweet bonding with the Surabhi cow. And Surabhi cow, like so that Gomata basically is a pure devotee. And we see in that Govardhan in Vrindavan pastime, Krishna is always associated with cows. Krishna will be playing with the cows. He will be basically milking the cows, drinking, and he will be stealing butter. So many things, pastimes, with cows. Cows basically Krishna has. Krishna is so much, like affectionate with the cows that he is basically called as Govinda and Gopala also. So Indra basically what he did, he took association of he took like association of Survi cow, and along with Survi cow, he came and he requested Krishna for forgiveness. He got his Airavat and he took all the waters from all the heavenly water bodies, all the Ganges water, Jamuna water, from everywhere he got the water to do Krishna's abhishek. So along with those water, Surabhi cow's milk basically was used to do Krishna's abhishek. So from here we can see from Indra's example also we see that when Indra is committing offense, and what he is doing, he is taking basically shelter of a Suddha Bhakta like in form of Surabhi cow, and he is coming and taking protection from Lord Krishna. So when basically we are associated with the Lord Krishna, it is a chance that Krishna is going to hear our prayers, like our prayers in a quicker way. And not only the devotee, Krishna also says that the devotees of the devotees are also more dear to me. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 9th canto, there is a pastime described from Ambarish Maharaj. We all know this pastime. Like Ambarish Maharaj was a very pious king. He was a very good devotee of Lord Vishnu. So always basically he was doing all kind of austerities. And one Ekadasi time, basically Ambarish Maharaj was doing fasting. And the Dwadasi time approached. During that time, basically what happened? Basically Durbasa Muni is coming to King Ambarish's palace, and he is a guest that time. So Ambarish Maharaj basically he has requested that Durbasa Muni, and why don't you come and we'll break our fast. So Durbasa then told that I'm going to take my bath and I'll come back. I'm going to have my breakfast fast breaking with you. So Durbasa went, but Durbasa, like in due course of time, it was got little bit delayed. So in the meanwhile, what happened? This fast breaking time when it was just passing out. So then all the Brahmanas the Pujari suggested that king, you should break your fast. And because he's a king and he has to break his fast, so Ambarish had a dilemma that what am I going to do? If now this Durvasa also is a sage, and he's a very powerful sage, and he's a Brahman, and I have to basically respect the Brahmanas. And here, if I don't break my fast, like I will have another offense also. So what should I do? So he's like Rajguru or his counselors. They told that king, just drink little bit Charanamrut water. In that, nothing will happen. So he was just drinking little bit Charanamrut water. That time Durbasa came, and Durbasa could realize that king is going to break his fast, and he is not even without taking permission from him. And he basically Durbasa got little bit popped up, and he was little bit angry that time. And in that anger, what he did, he tried to curse Ambarish Maharaj, and he told that since you misbehaved with a Brahman, I'm going to curse you. So he took his hair, and from that a gigantic monster came, and the monster tried to attack Ambarish Maharaj. But Ambarish Maharaj was a pure devotee. And in his heart, he was always meditating on Krishna. It's not like that Ambarish Maharaj told Krishna protected me. He didn't even do that. But in his heart, always Krishna is there, Vishnu is there. So looking at it, immediately Sudarshan Chakra came into action, and Sudarshan Chakra immediately devoured that monster, and instead it tries to chase behind Durbasa Rusi. So Durbasa Rusi, out of fear, he went to Brahmalok. In the Brahmalok, Brahmaji told, I don't have any power against, like to stop the Sudarshan Chakra. Then he went to Sibalok. In Sibalok also, he told, no, I cannot do anything. And then finally, without any choice, he went to Narayanji. Narayan, that time he was resting, he was resting in the milk ocean. And that time Durbasa Muni is there. So Narayan that time told that, see, I cannot do anything. Basically, what you have done, you have basically offended my pure devotee. Now this verse is about that So here basically Narayan is saying to Durvasa Muni that basically, hey Durvasa, I don't have any identity on my own. Basically, I am tired with my devotees. He's saying that I am basically aham bhakta paradhino. That means I don't have any identity. I'm completely under the control of my devotees. Then he say that there's I am aswatantra, means like I am basically not at all independent. I'm totally dependent on the devotees. Then he says that sadhuve grasta hridaya bhaktir bhakta janapriya. That means that my devotees are completely devoid of all material desires. Like if you see this Ambarish Maharaj, he doesn't have any material desire. So since they don't have any material desire, like there is no contamination in their heart, I sit only in the core of their hearts. Now, what to speak of my devotees? Even those who are devotees of my devotees are also very dear to me. So now, please, you go and you ask forgiveness to Ambarish Maharaj. Finally, Durvasa Muni realized his mistake. Then he came and approached Ambarish Maharaj and when asked for forgiveness, then when I asked for forgiveness, Sudarshan Chakra basically he went to the abode of Lord Narayan. So from these two examples, we can see that how basically Krishna is saying that how his devotees, his pure devotees are like are powerful than him. And they say here this particular verse is very beautiful, that Krishna is saying that aham bhakta paradhino, means generally we see that like there is when there is a master and slave relationship, if master says something, the slave is doing it. But in this case, Krishna is saying that I am actually bhakta paradhino, means I am subordinate to my devotee. He is so much like subordinate to the devotee, and he is so much like very respect, very like very very kind. The devotee doesn't have to even order him that Krishna do this without ordering. And Krishna realizes that this is what my bhakta wants and this is for the benefit of my devotee, and he does that immediately. He doesn't even wait for the order, like in Krishna, in our case sometimes we request Krishna give this to like when there is a master and slave relationship there, the slave sometimes request give me a hike and give me this, give me that. But in case of Krishna or Narayan as Bhakta Paradhina, basically the devotee doesn't have to say anything. Without saying anything, Krishna basically sanctions everything. So this Tadiya part we said, right? There are few things we, along with the devotees also, there are certain things which are associated with Krishna. They are also very powerful. If you see here the pictures here, the first prasad is Jagannath Prasad. Jagannath Prasad basically in Jagannath Puri, Jagannath Prasad is called basically Mahaprasad. There is in other temples they will say the other temple prasad is a prasad, but Jagannath Puri temple is Mahaprasad. Why Mahaprasad? Because it has been tested by the topmost devotee of Lord Krishna, then that's why it become Mahaprasad. Why? Because when we all now know that pastime, like when Naradji is taking little bit of prasad from Narayan and he is coming out, Lord Shiva has tested it. Since Lord Shiva has tested it, Lord Shiva is a Mahabhagavat. So they say that like if prasad is very glorious, there is no difference between Krishna and Krishna Prasadam. But when this Krishna Prasad is tested by a Mahabhagavata, that becomes Mahaprasad. Now our acharyas have made it like more like more beautiful, like like they say that if this Mahaprasad has been tested by a pure devotee, then it becomes Mahaprasad. So that Mahaprasad is like has more potency. Now we see when Srila Prabhupada was there, Srila Prabhupada like Lilamrita to see that few instances are described. But Srila Prabhupada will be like devotees will be cooking for him, and there will be a little bit remnants will be there. Devotees will be very very happy to share those remnants with them, because little bit of they say this little bit of prasad have a lot of power, and hence when it is coming out of Suddha Bhakta, then it is like it has like more potency. So we see that when Haridas Thakur basically, if somebody is giving him Mahaprasad, and that day is Ekadasi day, so Haridas Thakur has a dilemma, like what am I going to do on a Ekadasi day? The Mahaprasad has come to me. So then immediately he realizes that there is no difference between Lord Jagannath and his Mahaprasad. So what he does, he basically Haridas Thakur basically is before honoring any Mahaprasad, he offer a prayer. So he started offering the prayer and the Harinam Mahamantra, and he started circumambulating the Mahaprasad as if he is circumambulating Jagannath. So like that, whole night passed, and the next day he honored Jagannath Mahaprasad. The next picture, if he sees Tulsi Maharani, like Prabhupada has basically he always instilled in all ISKCON temples the Tulsi worship. Like Tulsi or Brindaji is very very dear to Krishna. Like we see that in Bhagavad Gita, there's a verse that Patram Phalam Puspam Toyam. Like not a single offering Krishna will accept if there is not a single tulsi leaf is there. So in everybody's house, in all our devotee circle, in our Vaishnava communities, Tulsi Maharani is there. So why we keep Tulsi Maharani and why we circumambulate her? Because if we have to reach Krishna, then we need Tulsi Maharani association. So if we Tulsi prayer, we say right like no like in case you want to, we are basically requesting Tulsi Maharani. Please request Krishna or request like Radha Srimati Radharani to give us Vrindavan Vas. Like if we desire, we cannot get an entry into the holy abode like Vrindavan Dham or Jagannath Puri Dham. We cannot enter just like that. So we need somebody's association or somebody's mercy or somebody like kind of a will sanction us. Yes, this devotee is very this devotee like Krishna. You can let her come. So Brinda Devi is that devotee to whom we prayer so that we can get Vrindavan Vas. Then the next one is our Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Basically, he has defined there are three things for a sadhaka's life which is very very important. They are basically Bhakta Padadhuri, then Bhaktara Padajala, then Bhakta Bhukta Avasyas. These are basically the three powerful things. Like we can say that every morning we are eating some vitamins we are eating, and we are eating some medications we take, and sometimes we take some vaccines, right, to make us healthy, materially strong and stout. So in case we want to be spiritually strong and stout, there are three things Bhakti Vinod Thakur have described. They are basically food dust of a devotee, then the food water of the remaining of his food, then basically that is Charanamrit, and the food water and the remnant of his food. So these are the three things basically. They are very powerful. They are as Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that Bhakta Padadhuli and Bhakta Padajara, and then Bhakta Bhukta Avasyas means the remnants of Mahaprasad. So these three, if we are going to honor more and more frequently, basically what will happen in our heart, the love for Krishna will increase. So we will become a better devotee. So next, just wanted to share that our this Gaudiya Vaishnava movement. In this movement, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has always said us that Gopi Bhatra Padakamalam Dasa 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 Anudasa. Here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has always told us like how to approach Krishna. To approach Krishna, basically, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always told us, you have to follow the footsteps of the gopis. Now, which gopis? How to approach the gopis? Basically, we are saying that if Srimati Radharani, the chiefmost gopis are there, so along from them, basically we are going to Lalita Visakha gopis are there, then the Manjaris are there, like that our spiritual masters are there. So like that, basically in a parampara way, in a Sabhitra mentality way. So he is basically saying that like three times Dasa 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 Anudasa. It's not like at the fast level directly you are going to approach Radharani. No, Radharani for Radharani also you are approaching. Basically we have to take shelter of the Ashtasakhis. We have to take shelter of the gopis, or we have to see how the gopis are worshipping, how the gopis are loving Krishna. So basically we don't approach Krishna directly. So we should begin our service from Krishna's servant. So who is Krishna's servant? Who has become basically servant of another Krishna servant. So that is basically Dasanudasa. That is basically our parampara system. So no one can approach Krishna directly. So that way we should always aspire to do some services to our spiritual master. And that way basically slowly we'll get connected to Prabhupada, and finally we'll get connected to through a parampara in the ladder, we'll get connected to Krishna. So if we now this Chaitanya Charitamrita session is going on, there are so many beautiful pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita there. Everywhere it has been showcased how the devotees or the associates are like equally important. Like if we see that if we see like these pastimes of Chiradei festival. Chiradei festival, what happened? Nityananda Prabhu is there. Nityananda Prabhu is telling to Raghunath Das, hey, you arrange prasadam and you please everybody. Why Nityananda Prabhu would have told that get something for me. Instead, he's telling that you please everybody. Then we see the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to Haridas Thakur. He's basically Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying Haridas Thakur. He is telling that Haridas Thakur basically is a Mahabhagavata. Like when Haridas Thakur basically he is leaving his body, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is basically holding his body and moving all around so that everybody is going to see that. And finally, what happens? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking Haridas Thakur's body and he is basically washing him in the holy water of the ocean. So earlier it was Bay of Bengal's water was there, and now basically after Haridas Thakur's bath, that ocean water has been declared as Mohodadi. So in Jagannath Puri, if we go, there are two things are very, very powerful. One is Mahaprasad. Another one is that, like the ocean water. So people, generally people, what they do, they take bath in the water and then do Jagannath Darshan. Because Haridas Thakur has taken bath in that water, that's why it has become Mohodadi. Mohodadi means, like it's a water body, and it's very Mahan means it's very auspicious. It's the greatest of the water bodies. So that way we see that in all these examples, we see that how from the examples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or we see from the pastimes of Brahma or pastimes of associated with Lord Krishna, how these devotees are very, very how Krishna's devotees are very powerful, and why we should worship them. If we worship Krishna's devotees, Krishna gets more pleased. Like as we discussed that, like if Krishna is basically our supreme father, if his dear son and daughter we are going to worship, or his associates we are going to worship, Krishna gets more pleased. And we should not think that, these expansions are there somebody have higher potency or somebody has lower potency. It's not like that. Like we see, like somebody is getting attracted to nursing depth. And yes, nursing Bhagwan is very, very powerful. Initially, if somebody is neophyte, he thinks, yes, nursing Bhagwan is very powerful. He's having ferocious, like long nails is there, and he can kill, and he has gigantic feature, and Baraha also same way. But if you see, all are basically Krishna, and they have these powers. Is getting showcased. It basically need of the situation that time, and based on the need and based on the situation of that time, Krishna has showcased that potency. So there is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's associates and Krishna's all andros. So, and if we worship Krishna's devotees, Krishna will be more pleased. So with this, we would like to end today's discussion. Thank you so much. Haribol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dear devotees, if you have come across any kind of situations where we see that how you think that this Tadiya part, or how these associates we should worship, anything you have come across in your life, like we see these cows are there, Tulsi Maharani is there, anything, if you have, maybe you can share that now, any Prabhupada pastime or anywhere.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm a neophyte devotee, so I don't have any experience, but by listening to you, it increases the more respect to the devotees, and I feel like I should serve the devotees whenever I get a chance. That has inspired me.
Mataji, you are exalted devotees. Whenever I see, I get a lot of inspirations from you.
No, Mataji, I need your blessing.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Mataji, you mentioned about Haridas Thakur Maharaj, Haridas Thakur, and then Mahaprabhu took his body and he was dancing with it and later bathed him in the ocean. So is there any temple or any samadhi or anything there in Odisha?
Yes, Prabhuji. There are two places out there. One is Siddhabakul. Siddhabakul is the place where basically Haridas Thakur was sitting over there, and he was doing all his prayers. So till today, you will see a bakul tree which has been planted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from a toothbrush. It is over there, and it has been, and under that he was chanting. That is one area. And if you come to the sea beach side, where Haridas Thakur was cremated, near that water body area, there is a samadhi is there. That is Haridas Samadhi.
Okay, so the original Odia people, citizens of Odia, they would be very familiar with Haridas Thakur even before ISKCON.
Yes, Prabhuji, but unfortunately, government is trying to, this Haridas Thakur, the Siddhabakul is coming under one particular, another sect of Vaishnavism. This is not under regular their Gaudiya Vaishnava or like or under ISKCON. There's effort going on that government either will take that, otherwise it will come to ISKCON. So that is going on now. But it's a very beautiful place, and yes, people are aware of it. Siddha Bakul, lot of people are aware of it.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. If you visit that place, that area, Prabhuji, you will get some kind of like nice feelings over there. And there are so many in the walls also. There are so many nice paintings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there, Nityananda Prabhu is there. So you will feel little like spiritual atmosphere over there.
I'm hoping. I've never been to Jagannath Puri. Maybe as a child, I was an infant. My parents had visited, but I want to visit Puri Dham.
Yes, Prabhuji, the best time is when Radhanath Maharaj takes the parikrama.
Yeah, for the yatra. Guru Maharaj goes there. Yeah.
So he has taken 2 yatras, I think, and those to whomever I see, they all are glorifying, like that, those parikramas. They are really wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
In fact, Mataji, I have a small Jagannatha, which is made out of Siddhabagula tree.
Yes, Prabhu, yes. Very beautiful, yes.
I have a small one, which was made out of the wood, from the wood Siddhabagula tree.
There's small Jagannath-ji, right? Or Jagannath Bode
So small Jagannatha.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Devotee.
They are very beautiful, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. Devotees, anything else like to add? Any other questions? Any comments? Any reflections or any other realizations? Yeah. Okay. So if there is none, then let's conclude today's class.
Prabhuji, you're back in US or in India?
I'm in India right now in Cochin.
Okay. How's your father keeping, Prabhu?
It's better, but there is a surgery scheduled today or maybe Saturday. It doesn't happen today, it will happen on Saturday. That is also there remaining. So,
Okay, Prabhu. We'll pray for Prabhu's fast
yeah.
recovery.
Thank you.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji. Yes,
Hare
I was driving, so couldn't ask the question. Actually, no questions. Whenever we attend these classes, we feel like we know nothing. Every day we are listening in pieces, some information, and more we hear. And the feeling we get, like so much to learn, like Mataji mentioned in the end about Tulsi Puja or Gau Puja, if there is anything. And the main thing is we are looking forward to learn all this. How to learn, when we're going to learn, is there qualification needed? So many questions they pop in the mind and then we become silent. There's so much to learn.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So you are, that is the best mood, Mataji. So like the best thing, like before joining ISKCON, sometimes, the feeling is that, yes, since coming from this Indian background, we know a lot of things. I know Krishna, I know Radharani, I know Jagannath Ji, I know Ram. I have read Ramayan. I have read Hanuman Chalisa every day. My parents have given me Bhagavad Gita. So many things are there. But when Krishna basically, he opens his all his, like all his magnanimity through his scriptures or through the pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, then we can realize that, like how little we know about Krishna. Like that is actually like my realizations is there. Like coming from like Jagannath Puri, we had the impression that yes, we know Jagannath Ji. But now when I hear more and more katha, I feel that as if, like I know very little about Krishna. I know nothing. In fact, I know nothing about Krishna. I feel like that. So if when we realize that we don't know anything, and then like we should learn, then the real learning, Mataji, will start. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, and I am also along with you, Mataji, in that path.
Okay, Mataji. But we do need like some kind of in-person classes where we can actually learn like by doing this. That's how we do Tulsi Puja. Like sometimes what happens like Tulsi Puja, we're
Hmm.
not supposed to put so much water, right, in the
Hmm.
plant, but
Hmm.
the process is like 4 times we offer, right?
Hmm.
But when there are so many devotees in line, so then it becomes too much water for the Tulsi plant, right? So then it's suggested like, okay, 1 spoon is sufficient, not 4 times. Like 1 time is okay.
Yeah.
And when I look at those Tulsi plants are different compared to we have at home. Like
Hmm.
how the shape is so perfect, how the symmetry of the plant is, and how come at home we don't have Tulsi plants like that? Symmetrically, like there is a big tire of twigs at the bottom, and more it goes up. I mean, not in all plants, but
Hmm.
I have seen some plants like growing so perfectly.
Hmm.
I wonder how that happens, and if there is any way we can learn how to maintain plant like that. I mean, so many things to learn. Not only like puja, how to worship, like the farming, taking care of the cows and
Hmm.
planting, everything
Yes, Mataji.
around the temple, or if there is dham, and what we are doing, nothing. Waking up, going to bed in between cooking and this and that, and it doesn't sound meaningful.
Hmm.
Even after doing some services, I mean, there is in the beginning I was so excited. Okay, some part was missing, so I am now into the right place. But still, something is missing, and it's just growing. I don't know, hanging. But very nice, Mataji. These classes are really fulfilling some part of it.
Very nice, Mataji. Very nice area.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vaikuntha Ekadasi is the day when Lord Vishnu opened the gates of heaven to let souls in. It also celebrates the victory over the demon Muran, who had blocked those gates on this day by fasting and praying. People believe they can wash away their sins and get closer to Lord Vishnu. Blessings. Thank you for being part of today's class. I hope you found it insightful. Thank Hare Krishna.
Mr. Prabhu, if you have anything, otherwise we can end the class now.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for a wonderful class. Thank you all the devotees for joining today. Let's pray together. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubhye padidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavanda ki jai.
And let's
So,
pray 3 times for Simeshwar Prabhu's father. Om
yeah.
Ukram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narsim Vishnam Tudram Mrityum Namamahem. Om Ukram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Vishnam Tudram Mrityum Namamahem. Om Ukram Viram Mahavishnu Namamahem. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you all. That tomorrow is Ekadashi. It's as the Purandareshwari mentioned. Tomorrow is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. Please observe from fasting from grains and beans. It's a very special Ekadashi, of course. And Putrode Ekadashi is also mentioned. Pausha Ekadashi is also mentioned. Shukla Paksha. Please observe very, very powerful Ekadashi. Thank you. Okay, let's conclude. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhasya कृपा नमो नमः वैष्णव वृंद की जय वृंदराज दिनचर्या की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय नंद गौड़ी वैष्णव वृंद की जय हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि